What's up everybody, and welcome to a game that might have slipped past you, but if not, you're probably a hardcore gamer, and hats off to you. It's just Creature in the Well. From this game's cel-shaded art style to the pinball inspired gameplay, how could you pass this up? Creature in the Well takes the idea of Yoku's Island Express and asks, how can we do this gameplay differently? And that's exactly what they achieved. They gave your character, which is known as a bot, a variety of melee weapons with dungeon crawling cameras and gameplay equivalent to Pong if one end were the paddle and the other end were Babe Ruth. Let's start with my favorite part of the whole game, the style. Diablo is one thing and Yoku's Island is another, but where did they get the idea to mesh that together? I don't exactly know, and I don't care. I do know that it mixes well, and that's all that matters. Hearing about this on paper would no doubt have everyone sitting in the conference room scratching their heads thinking, wow, this guy's loony. It's not until you actually experience it that the combination makes sense. Why pick cel shaded? It gives the artist more variety of colors and world building to work with. The cel shade just fits the Pong environment. I mean, when the cannons are shooting energy balls at you and you Pong it back, what other art style would you actually want to see? Creature in the Well takes place in a town that was engulfed by a sandstorm. All hope is abandoned since all the engineers were either wiped out or fled. That is until you showed up like Clint Eastwood ready to kick and play pinball.
Well, do you, punk?
Your goal is to activate the machine in the mountain. Am I being vague? No, that's just what it's called. This is powered by monoliths that must be charged to start every part of the machine individually. The challenge that faces you though is a monster in the mountain. No one knows how he got there or when he got there. All they know is that the monster watches your every move as if it had the bad case of It Follows. But don't worry, he won't be chasing you. More so watching you through the shadows for a whole level till the end when he emerges and decides that he's tired of watching you. So now you're playing the ultimate game of pinball while he tries to kill you. The combat in this game is pretty simple. Hit the energy balls into the conduits necessary until the door you need open is charged. The most complicated it gets is when you're in a room that is covered by lasers. Then you gotta pick your favorite corner of the floor to hide out in and snipe the laser conduits until they are charged and then proceed back into the floor. You will find weapons throughout the game that will prove to be more useful than others. For example, my favorite was the Thunder Staff. It caused a chain of lightning to each object I hit, causing more energy to charge. More energy means more upgrades and more unlocking doors. You never have enough energy, and I cannot stress that enough. If you have over 200,000 energy, I don't care. You need more. Open every door and get all the energy you can. It is necessary. The sounds of this game were ominous, and there was a reason for that. You're the last of your kind that's working on a machine of energy that is being stalked by a monster no one can explain. From hitting the energy balls to the music, the sound was quite impressive, and I've only heard about this game about a month before release, so I'm not sure how long they had to work on it, but the sound, that was a huge plus. Now when I first booted up the game, I was met with a cutscene that looked awesome but had no sound, and ultimately I thought I had the deadly premonition effect of no audio. But that wasn't the case at all. The two cutscenes you get have no audio, but they do make up for it with the art, so that's fine, right? Yeah. Creature in the Well is an indie game that reminds us how important small titles are to the industry. Only bug I had in this game is I would walk through parts of the sand that were compiled into a small mound, but that's so petty, it's not even worth explaining. And the reason for this is because this is a small title, so bugs like this is something we have to look past if we want to continue to keep getting games that aren't AAA shooters or RPGs. This game knows what it wants to be and it went 100% in that direction. Now maybe it isn't your type of game and I can get that, but credit is due where it's due. So great job Flight School Studios. This game is $15, took me about 10 hours to beat, so yeah, I'm gonna stick with the price of $15. There's just no way of getting past this game's creativity. Thank you guys for your ever continuing support, and I hope to see you guys back here and whatever else I do next.